There's not many chances in life that you get to explore the past, but in the case of Lamborghini, Driveclub's got you covered. So therefore, we're going to be travelling down memory lane, driving 4 of the greatest cars from Italy's madhouse manufacturer and seeing just how far they've came throughout the years. As the successor to the iconic Countach from the 1980s, the Diablo was Lamborghini's flagship hypercar back in the good old 90s. There were several versions of the car, for example the VT, the SE30 and the one you're seeing right here, right now, the Super Veloce, better known as the SV. The Diablo was the first car in Lamborghini's lineup to use the SV name after the glorious Miura from the swinging 60s. Packing even more of a punch from the standard car, the Diablo SV kicks out an impressive 510 horsepower and 428 pounds-feet of torque. Other unique features include a restyled front bumper, bigger and better rims, and a brilliant rear spoiler. But probably the best aspect about the car is its heart. This particular V12 was used in every single top dog hypercar from Lambo since the Miura, right up until this. Producing its highest and final performance figures, the wailing and soul-filled V12 came to an end with 661 horsepower and 490 pounds-feet of torque in the 2009 Murcielago LP670-4 SV. Personally, this is my favourite Super Veloce model that they've ever produced. There's just so much that they got right with this car, whether it be in its stunning good looks and in-your-face paint jobs, the rear exhaust pipe which is wide enough to fit Oprah in it, and the trademark SV stickers and wing. The LP640 was already mental enough, but this being Lambo, mental is not enough. They have to engage in sanity mode. This shows in the details, like the fact that it has a set of one of the widest tyres ever fitted to any production car. Therefore, expect your face to erode every time you go through the bends. Not enough craziness yet? Well, don't worry, they've got you covered yet again. If you've ever wanted to step in the shoes of the Dark Knight himself, let's be honest, who hasn't, and then go out and tear up the town, but still keeping that stealth factor strong, then look no further than the demon of Lambo's past, the striking and venomous Reventon. This fighter jet on wheels is Lamborghini's way of saying, yes, we have joined the Decepticons. Apart from its more futuristic younger brother, the Veneno, the Reventon is by far the most evil looking Lambo ever. You just get a sense that it's up to no good, plotting new and interesting ways of drawing blood from anyone who is brave enough to attempt to tame it. With 650 horsepower and 487 pounds-feet of torque surging through it, the Reventon can easily get out of very sticky situations, whether it be feeding on its latest catch or defending its territory from its mortal enemies. It's a good thing that they have the power to defend themselves, because there's only 20 coupes and 15 roadsters out there in the wild. Their owners must have very deep pockets, because the car comes at £840,000 a piece. God damn! As rare as the Reventon is, there is one beast that is even harder to obtain. It wears a black and red coat and moves like a housefly on crack. Good luck finding it. But what do you know, the beast came to us. I'm sure you all know the tale of the incredible Sesto Elemento. Its bloodstream is shared with its more sedate sister, the Gallardo, meaning 570 horsepower, 400 pounds-feet of torque from that screaming 5.2 litre V10, which will no doubt check the box as being one of the best engines ever produced, alongside the epic V12 from its family's timeline. Air is sucked up into the pincer-like front air intake and shot out 10 hexagonal holes on the engine cover at the rear. Other badass design and aerodynamic touches include the evil red hood vents, which is the car's signature feature, the two triangular exhausts which stick out underneath the rear wing, and of course, the bare bones but stylistic interior. Only the Italians. But by far, the lightness is the Sesto's best party piece. The acceleration is phenomenal with a 0 to 60 time of 2.5 seconds and a top speed of over 200 miles an hour. In terms of making its mark, the Sesto Elemento has certainly done that. It showed us just how mad Lamborghini really are and what they're capable of producing. Too bad the Huracan didn't quite live up to its predecessors' last hurrah. Now, with all the world's problems these days in terms of fuel prices, emissions and all that economy crap, many petrolheads, including me, have been worrying about what will happen to the supercar in years to come, and will they eventually die out. Thanks to the Porsche 918, the McLaren P1 and the Ferrari LaFerrari, it looks like there is still a glimpse of hope. But I just pray to God that Lamborghini will be part of it. We need some lunacy from time to time, and that is what any Lambo delivers in spades.